Hey everybody, this is Kevin Davidson, your host for Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective, and this is episode number 53. We're getting up there in episodes. I know I say that at every podcast, but it makes me feel happy and smile when I get to say that I'm on number 53 now. A few weeks ago, I passed the half-century mark, so 53 weeks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow, yeah. So we're going to have a special episode this time. I have one guest. I'm going to devote all the time to him. But first, I must say that if you are a real estate agent or a vendor that operates in the Fort Bend County area and you want to be on the podcast, I'd love to have you. Give me a call, 281, that's not my phone number, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com. I'd be happy to put you on the calendar. At the same time, I could not do this podcast if it wasn't for my support, which is Jennifer Smitis, the division president. I was told I was saying the wrong title for her job.
Oh dear.
Yes. Caitlin Korner, Devin, the escrow officers here in the Sugar Land office, and Wendy Santana in the Richmond office, along with the assistants and processors that support us in each office. Couldn't do it without you guys. So, in saying that, let's get started with episode number 53, Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective. This distinguished, well-dressed, very well-dressed gentleman next to me, this is Gregory Gray. I met Greg shortly after the Stewart Title recruited me and hired me over here. Probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Do anything for you that he can do for you. He is with the loan signing agency, which I'll let him explain to you what he does, but they're basically a mobile notary kind of thing, right? So introduce yourself to everybody, what you do.
Awesome. My name's Gregory Gray. I'm with the loan signing agency, and I'm glad this is the 53rd podcast because I just turned 53. Just a few weeks ago.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Exactly.
I'm fixing to turn 55.
There you go. See, we're still very young.
Yeah, I hope so.
But anyway, we provide mobile notaries, mobile closers to title companies for mobile closings. So if your client can't make it into the office for whatever reason, whether they go on vacation or their husband had to go on work or wife had to go on work, we send the notary out to take care of that for them and get it accomplished in a timely manner and get it back.
And when you say you send the mobile notary out there, where is out there? Where will they meet? Where will you guys meet your clients?
Well, just about anywhere they want to sign. Right. We've done signings in 48 states, and the only reason we haven't done the other 2 states is because we haven't had orders there. Oh, okay. So, but whether it be on the back of a car, we've done signings everywhere you can imagine, at hospitals, at airports, literally just about everywhere. Yes.
So, in anything that I say, you correct me.
Sure,
that's
absolutely.
Why we're here. But so basically, you're a notary public.
Yes, we're notary. We're a notary public, and then we have additional credentials beyond that. We have to get what's called a notary signing agent certification from the National Notary Association, and any other training that can make you better. And then, of course, we have to have a whole series of insurance to help cover us, just in case somebody thinks we've made a mistake.
Right. Somebody thinks you've made a mistake.
Exactly.
Not the other way around.
Right.
They would never make a mistake.
Well, I wouldn't say that. But anyway, moving right along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have, if I remember correctly, you have connections with other people like yourself all over the country.
All over the country. Last time I looked, we had over 600 notaries across the country. And we've literally done signings in 48 of those states.
So if somebody is buying, how does it work if someone's buying a house here in the Houston area, or let's say Sugar Land, because that's where we're at, and the owner that's selling the house has already moved to Wyoming?
So they would get with the title company, and the seller's agent would get with the title company and say, our seller is out of state. We need somebody to close him. So then that title company would contact us, and then we would take on that order. And typically, in most places, we already have vetted notaries that we've gone through a vetting process, including a personal interview, and then we send out the request to our network, and whoever is available will take the order.
Okay. And what information, what is it that your clients need to either be prepared for or come to the closing with to make sure it's a smooth closing?
All right, so any closing, whether it's a mobile closing, online closing, even in the title company, the signers need to have ID. So
what is not an ID?
What is not an ID? It is not in the state of Texas, it is not an ID if it does not have a picture, does not have an expiration date, does not have a signature, and is not issued by a governmental agency, whether that be state or federal.
Okay, all right. So
passports work.
No Costco.
No Costco
ID cards.
No, not so much, not so much. But passport from any country will work if it's a real estate transaction.
Okay.
And your driver's license, doesn't matter what state, as long as it's valid, currently valid. It
Can't be expired.
Can't be expired. And one day expired is expired.
Of course it is.
Yes. Now, if it's today, it's okay. Tomorrow will not be okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So if it expires today and they sign today,
they're fine.
Good.
They're fine. If it expires tomorrow, not so good.
Yeah, because it's valid through the day that's
through
last
the
day of
day.
the month on
Yeah.
the card.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like your inspection sticker on your truck.
Well, no, it's your birthday. That's what it ties to.
Okay. Yeah,
so
yeah,
it ties to your birthday. So you're good up until midnight of the day of your birthday, because once it goes over midnight at 12:01, now you're at the next day.
Yes. Okay.
So if they're closing today and their birthday's today, they're fine. Tomorrow,
Awesome.
not so much.
Okay. And then you were saying earlier about something that you guys now operate or close in Tennessee as well as Texas?
Yes, we're taking on. We have clients in Tennessee, so that if there is a sale of a piece of property that is in Tennessee, we are now servicing title companies within Tennessee, and soon we'll be working on Florida. We're actually doing a marketing tour.
What's the difference between you operating in Texas, Tennessee, and soon to be Florida versus you having a colleague notary public in the state of Wyoming that can close? What's the difference?
The only real difference is where the property is sitting, and
Okay.
That's
Okay.
really the biggest difference. And the rules of that state then determine what the notary has to do wherever it's closed.
Okay.
So in Florida, for example, Texas, we don't have to have witnesses, but in Florida, you have to have 2 witnesses for a real estate transaction. And the notary can act as a witness, but that's a rule. So it doesn't matter where they close. If it's a Florida piece of property and they do it in Texas, they have to have 2 witnesses at the time of the signing.
Okay.
Where in Texas, you don't have to have any witnesses.
Wow.
So, but it depends on where the property is, not where the signing is actually happening.
Okay. So if the signing is happening in Tennessee, Texas, or Florida, but the owner or one of the parties needs to sign and they're in any other state in the union, that's where your colleague would come in.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
But if they're in Tennessee, Texas, or soon to be Florida, then someone like you would actually go to the signing and perform it. Correct? I'm trying to get to understand the difference.
Okay. Here's the difference.
The property's in the state.
It's just where our clients are located. That's the biggest difference. Where our clients are located and where the property is located. We're getting, right now, all of our clients are in Texas. So we're pretty much we're only doing Texas
Your
property.
client is the title company.
Is the title company.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm getting
that's
it.
the difference.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
not the person that's buying or selling a house.
No.
I see. Okay. I see. Okay.
And so we've taken on a new client in Tennessee, or new clients in Tennessee, So now we will have transactions that are originating within Tennessee, where until now they were only originating within the state of Texas.
I see. Okay. And how many clients do you have in let's say in the Houston area?
I don't know the answer to that.
I asked Greg a question he doesn't know.
I don't know the answer to. Let's see, 1, 2, 3,
Guesstimate.
4. I probably 12 or 15 title companies and about 30 or 40 escrow officers.
Okay.
All total.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about marketing.
Yes.
Okay. Because this is Kevin's Corner, real estate from a marketing perspective.
Absolutely.
So how does Greg or the loan signing agency, how do you market your business? How do you get new clients?
Two basic ways we put ourselves out there. We're very much a grassroots kind of company, so we're going to be working with people like yourself and sponsoring events that you have going on to help real estate agents be better.
Yeah.
That's one way, so we get our name out there that way. And then we do a lot on social media, mostly Facebook, but a little bit of X.
Okay. You also do a lot of door knocking. I mean, you go walking into title companies.
That's it. Yes, I do. I do that as well. I don't think about that as much, but yes, I do quite a bit of that. I go by and do little pop bys and mainly just to introduce myself and make new friends.
Yeah, because I see your Facebook post all the time.
Yes.
That you're in my competitors' offices.
Absolutely. Well, not everybody's as smart as Stewart Title.
No, they're not.
So it takes a little more effort to get in their offices.
Yeah. No, I understand. What do you see well, first of all, let me ask you this. Is there anything that you're not doing marketing-wise right now that you want to do in the future, maybe to help grow your business?
Oh, that's a long list. There's just not enough of me to go around.
Well, I mean, what are the top 2 things you might want to start doing?
To help expand what we do, I really would like for us to develop a podcast like.
Really?
Yeah. For as sort of as an outreach to our clients, but also an outreach to the notaries to help them be better notaries. There is there is a dearth of really good training for notaries. And there are notaries that are out there that are not as well trained as they need to be, and they're not being effective, and they're causing problems. So,
well, I get at least one phone call or email a week from someone that says they want to start closing, being a
of
notary.
course, absolutely.
And I tell them the same thing. Call Greg.
Call me.
If Greg's still operating, then you can't work for me.
Actually, they can. They just will have to work with us.
Yeah.
We'll certainly help them. And
can notaries join your team?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Because we take good notaries all the time, because good notaries are busy notaries. So they're not always available when you need them. So you have to have you got to have a lineup that you can pull from, a bench to pull from. And we mentor and help these notaries, no matter who they're working for at the time, because we want them to be better. That helps everybody.
And you said podcast. What else would you like to do marketing-wise? By the way, I can help you with the podcast.
Yes, you can. I know. You're my resident expert.
Exactly.
The other thing we're doing, we're going on a trip in about 2 weeks, and we're gonna be hitting multiple states doing the door knocking.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Florida especially, because there's
You were going to Florida?
I'm going to Florida.
Really?
I'm going to Tennessee first, and then we're stopping along the way, and then once we get to Florida, I'm going to hit pretty hard in Florida, because there was a Chamber of Commerce there that reached out to us because they saw so much of our Facebook activity that happened to be happening. Long story, but anyway, they reached out and said, we would love for you to join our chamber here.
Oh, nice.
And so we're going to be.
Now, can you do notary services for other companies or industries or entities other than just real estate?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We have a couple of attorneys and one bank that we do SBA loans for. We do quite a bit of those. And then any kind of service where you need identification and maybe even notary services, we can handle those. We have
So
because
if
of
I
our
needed something notarized for something personal, I could call you and you can do it?
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
You could call us, and of course you would get our special rate.
Oh, that's on camera.
That's on camera. You just didn't know that the special rate was twice the normal rate.
He didn't identify what special meant.
Exactly.
So, but that's good to know. So you can basically do anything. For
Anything. And we
notarize.
And we've done that. We've done T47s for sellers who had procrastinated to the very last second, and they were at work, and so the real estate agent reached out to us and said, "Can you go take care of this?" And we met them. The one I'm thinking of right off the top of my head, they worked at a hotel. We met them on the loading dock. We notarized it in 5 minutes, scanned it right there, sent it directly to title, and the problem was fixed.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's fairly reasonable.
Yeah. So speaking of fees, not that you have to really tell everybody what you charge, but how do your fees work? Is it based on the price of the house? How's it work?
It's a set. We have a set fee schedule depending on what services are being rendered.
Okay.
So if it's a seller, but we're not doing any what we call scan backs, where we're scanning it and uploading it to a platform so that title can get a hold of them early before the originals get back. Without it has a price. With it, because it's an additional service, there's an additional price for that. If it's just one document, we have a price for that.
Okay.
Buyer with first and second, lots of different pieces.
So it's
of the puzzle.
based on what they're asking you to
What
do.
they're asking you to do, not necessarily the price of the house. It could be a $10 million house, or it could be a $150,000 house and be the same.
Okay. If there's anybody out there that is considering becoming a notary public,
Yes.
what would you say to them?
I would say it is a great industry, but it's a long game. It's not a short game. So if you've got to pay your bills this month with it, not the thing to start. If you've got 6 or 8 months to get it up and running and you've got a little runway, it's a great industry. It's wonderful.
And who do you recommend that they start going after as far as clients goes, besides title companies?
Signing Services, which is what my company is really their best bet early on because they don't have a reputation, they don't know anybody, and so
get hooked up with you,
get someone,
learn the ropes, get your business going.
Yep, and then as you build your business in the industry, and people know you, then you have the appropriate insurance and training and all of those things, then title companies can choose to use you directly if they want to. But a lot of title companies don't because it makes them work harder, and it ups their liability. We act as a buffer for liability.
Okay, all right. How long have you been in this business?
5 years.
5 years. What were you doing before this?
Totally unrelated industry.
I was flipping, but no.
Not quite, but close. No. I was a manager for a appliance service company.
Like fixing refrigerators and stuff?
Fixing, yes.
Oh, okay.
Doing a lot of warranty work.
So why'd you decide to do this?
Life is a crooked path.
Yeah.
So I was interested in getting into the real estate and investment industry, and I was working in that direction. I was building up some contacts. I listened to a podcast, and I heard a gentleman talking, and he ran a company like I own, and he was talking about it, and I realized that at the time, 20 some odd years ago, I had done basically that for a home builder. They did all of their own in-house closings, and I thought I could be doing that. And so as I started looking into it and getting realizing that would help my real estate investment aspirations.
Journey
For sure. That I said, yeah, that'll be perfect. They're parallel. Yeah, not so much, because I don't ever do much of anything halfway.
Right.
And so I got so focused on building this business that I didn't really do much in the way of real estate investing until recently.
So, recently. So you just recently got into investing?
Mm-hmm.
Did you buy your first property, flip?
Actually, we are limited partners in a build-to-rent subdivision.
Oh, that's right. You just mentioned that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you're building a subdivision to rent them all out.
Yes, correct.
Wow. Okay. Where's that going to be at?
Pearland. Surprise!
Surprise. So who's the title company?
I don't know that because I'm not involved in that part
Put
of
him
it.
on the spot.
Yeah, don't put me on the spot like that because I have no idea. Because that's not the part of it I'm a part of.
Edit that out, Kevin. Edit that out.
Or leave it in and make it interesting.
I probably will leave it in.
Yeah, leave it in. It'll be fine.
So what's coming up for Gregory Gray and the Loan Signing Agency? What are your, other than trying to get into Florida, what are the things you're going to be trying to accomplish throughout the rest of this year?
Well, we're bringing on more staff to help with customer service and working on compliance procedures. We're doing a lot of back end stuff. We're working on we're actually working on a new system to provide encryption possibilities for our notaries that have to get the documents back to title but can't use our platform for whatever reason. And so we're creating other processes to help them do that so that everything remains safe and meets all compliance regulations.
What kind of time frame do you have on getting that launched?
That'll probably be the next 90 to 120 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
my bride is leaving title and coming to work for our company. So
Really?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations on that.
Yes, that'll be fun.
Now you're going to be guys working together hand in hand all the time every
We
day?
do every day,
Really?
as much as we can.
Wow.
But see, that we're wired in a way that we could be together 24/7, 365, and we would want more.
When? Don't listen to what
Don't
he's saying.
don't listen to me. We're weirdos.
Yeah.
We're totally weirdos.
Awesome. So tell everybody, you said you were on Facebook and Twitter, right?
Yeah, well, X, but
X,
yes,
sorry.
yes, formerly known as Twitter.
It's formerly known as Twitter. So how do they find you on there? What's your handle? Do you know?
That's a good question. No, I have multiple pages for our business, for the different areas. So it's the loan signing agency, whether it be in Houston, North Houston, San Antonio, Fort Worth. We have pages for all those locations. Brevard County, Florida, also has a page for Facebook.
And Twitter as well?
And then X is just one. It's just the loan signing at the loan signing agency.
And did you have a website?
Yes, we have a website, theloansigningagency.com.
Awesome. And how do they get a hold of Greg?
The best way to get a hold of Greg is to call 346-291-7467. That's our company line, 346-291-7467. It also accepts texts. Or you can email me at Greg, Greg, at theloansigningagency.com.
If I'm a title company out there or anybody that might need notary services and I'm looking for someone,
yes,
what would you like to say to them?
We are here to help you. We're that extra assistant you don't have to pay for. We focus on getting the transaction completed and help you get it funded today on your time frame, not on ours. So if you call me at 2 o'clock and you need a notary at a signing at 3 o'clock, we're going to bend over backwards to make sure we get it done the best we can. Now, it might be 3:15 or 3:30, but we'll get them there today, and it will get closed today, and it will get scanned and FedExed and everything it needs to do so that we can get this funded.
Awesome. Give me your phone number one more time.
346-291-7467.
Awesome. Hey, guys. Thank you very much for being on the podcast.
Thank you so much.
Second time, right?
Yes, second time.
Second time.
Looking forward to the third.
There'll be a third. You guys, this has been episode number 53, Kevin's Corner Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective. Again, if you want to be on the podcast, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com. Thank you to Jennifer Smitis, Caitlin Kornick, Devin Devin, Wendy Santana, and everybody that works for us in both the Sugar Land and Richmond office. And if you're in Sugar Land or Richmond or anywhere in the city of Houston and you're not using Stewart Title for your title services, I will find you. You guys have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.